Institutions and property. We are really glad to have you here with us today. We're certainly glad to have our new members, and what we'll do is we'll go around the table from left to right and have everybody introduce themselves, and we'll go from there, okay? We're going to start here with Cindy. This is my assistant, aide, and do everything lady. She's in charge of my office there, so I do what she tells me most of the time, and then we're assisted by Chloe. We appreciate you here. Thank you very much. And we'll go around the table. I'm sorry, left to right, if you don't mind.
Blake Tilley, I represent the 19th District, and I'm from Vidalia.
Hi, Senator Sally Harrell. I represent the 40th District, which crosses 3 counties, mostly in DeKalb, some in Gwinnett, and some in North Fulton.
I'm Gail Davenport. I represent Senate District 44, which includes portions of Clayton County and portions of DeKalb County. And so I'm in the Clayton County delegation, the DeKalb County delegation. I have a little portion there on I-20, the Atlanta, but it's DeKalb County, so I'm in the Atlanta delegation also.
Thank you.
Sonia Halpern. I'm in the 39th District. It is all in Fulton County, but it does intersect and cross through 5 cities, neighborhoods in 5 cities: Atlanta, College Park, City of South Fulton, East Point, and a little bit of Union City.
Okay, we certainly appreciate that, and from now on, we'll invoke the Lord's Prayer and Lord's grace into our meeting from now on. I just want to let you know we normally do that, and we'll assign everybody left or right to do that, and because I figure y'all got that good relationship with the man upstairs, so
Amen.
we certainly appreciate that.
Or woman.
If you want to be a woman, we'll go with your view. We'll go with your view.
Oh, we have one more.
The woman upstairs.
Just in time to introduce yourself, Senator.
Sheila McNeil.
Your district.
Tell us something about yourself.
Every day I found a new place.
See, you succeed when you find yourself, when you find your way to your office. So
That's exactly
you're
right.
good to go now.
It's been good.
Well, we got the commission and all of us here, and let us hear a little from you about what you're here for and what you're going to do for us, and give us a little background on you and the counties you represent.
You've got to be kidding me. First, I'm looking forward to knowing what you do. And then I'm looking forward to say, what do you expect from me? So if anybody's going to speak, it's going to be you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. All right. Now see, you've learned already to throw that ball back at him. That's right. This is going to be a good group here.
I'm from Brunswick, Georgia. I am married to the most wonderful man ever made. I invite all of you to come to my home, and you're just going to be so jealous. He really is wonderful. I run the military support organization for Kings Bay. So I've been involved with the military for 40 years.
Okay.
Only a little over 40. All right. Never mind, I'm a lot over 40, but about 40 years I've been doing it.
Well, we thank you for your service to our service people. Thank you
you,
so much. That's a great list. What we'll do, the business we got, this is an organizational meeting, so what we'll do is adopt the rules of the Senate, of this Senate committee, and look over them for a moment or two, and then we'll make a motion, accept a motion to accept the rules for this session. Quorum is going to be 4 members, and we can go about the state's business from there on, and then we'll hear from the commissioner.
But they haven't changed, haven't they?
No, they have not changed,
They have
no.
not changed.
Right.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion we approve the rules.
Moved and properly seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. No opposition. Isn't that amazing? God is good, I got to tell you that. And, of course, at this time, we got Commissioner Frank Smith with us, and he would like to come forward and give us some sage advice about what you got in store for us and what we can do to help you carry out your mission.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for the opportunity. Again, my name is Frank Smith.
Which one is
I'm the
that?
Deputy Executive Director for the Properties Commission. Look forward to working with this committee. As you guys know, we typically have a resolution for easements and conveyances that'll be coming before this committee. It'll start over in the House with Chairman Green, and then come here, hopefully for your support and approval. Also, main thing I wanted to do is just say hello again and to the new members. Look forward to working with you. If you have any questions, state property related, I'll be here at every meeting, God willing, and be happy to answer any questions, anything that you got. But the main thing I wanted to do today is introduce the state property officer and my boss, Marty Smith. If I don't do something right and don't respond, this is the guy to call, so hopefully you'll call me and not him. But if you need to, certainly Director Smith.
All right, thank you.
Good afternoon, Chairman and committee members. I know it's a goal of every one of us to learn something new every day, and Senator, I've got to go home and explain to my wife I may only be second best now. So we've all learned I'm not first best husband, but thank you, good comments. But I did want to recognize my name is Marty Smith. I was appointed as the State Property Officer March of 2019. With that, I have oversight of 3 divisions, the Georgia Building Authority, State Properties Commission, as well as Georgia State Finance and Investment Commission on the construction side. And just to let you know, I know each one of y'all represent different geographic areas. If there's anything that we can do, Frank commends working with this committee and how well y'all work together with him, and makes his job a lot easier and saves a lot of phone calls on our end. But Frank does a wonderful job too as far as communication. But I will tell you, y'all representing every geographic area across the state of Georgia. I can enhance and tell you, representing all 3, Georgia Building Authority, SPC, and GISFIC, if there's anywhere that you see that we can be more efficient, more effective, and do a better job in open lines of communication, that's what we're here for, to carry out that mission. So thank you for what you do. I appreciate the quick opportunity to meet y'all. I was hoping it was face to face. I see it's still mask to mask. We'll get back there soon too, but look forward to working with you. If you need anything, please let us know. Thank you.
Mr. Commissioner, want to thank, can you
Yes, sir.
give us an idea just offhand about how many pieces of property across the state we deal with every year? I mean, and the, you talk about the property in Atlanta, the canyon and all that stuff, the Gulch, I'm sorry, all that stuff. I mean, it is a tremendous amount of movement and caretaking you guys do for state property.
To really get down in the weeds, I'd probably have to call Frank. Frank, I know I manage over 14,000 buildings across the state, statewide. Frank only has a staff of 14, and I'll commend him as well too. He's not asked for more personnel. He manages almost 3,000 leases across the state as well that we have to renegotiate.
Just under 1 million acres.
I think just under 1 million acres across the state of Georgia. So, and Frank handles all the acquisition and dispositions as well. So 14 staff members and himself do a very, very good job.
And the Department of Corrections property as well?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you for that, and we look forward to working with you and getting some things done. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You
Thank y'all
much.
very
All right,
much.
appreciate it. I neglected to introduce one person from our president. Would you stand up and say your name, because I don't want to mispronounce it, okay?
Yeah, I'm Catherine. I work for the Senate Press Office, so I can call
Right.
from here to help.
Thank you. Spell the name
Catherine
right
was
now.
pretty
Spell the
easy.
name right. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Any other business you feel inclined to speak on, we'd be glad to entertain
I
it.
just
Yes.
want to introduce my
Y-
daughter.
Yes, Senator. Senator, please do.
My daughter, who's right over there, and she's at my aid. And
Why is she ducking down? She ducked down. Will you come and stand up and introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Leslie Manikian, and I am Senator McNeil. It's so hard to keep wanting to say mom, but that's good to yell across the Capitol. I did it one day, mama! There was a campaign manager, she asked me to stay on. I don't know why I did, but I'm here.
Well, thank you for attending and bringing us such a fine senator. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Any other comments or input? If not, otherwise, we stand adjourned.
Wait a minute, let me ask.
Hold it.
So what are we likely to see? Do they come after us, not come after us, but I mean, do they come with questions?
And that's good. The truth of the matter is, if you come up and give us some idea about procedure, usually what happened, now for every committee over here, there's a committee over there. And for some reason, they take all the housekeeping things over there first. And we're going to have to talk about that this year.
Well, let them clean it
My
up
good
for
buddy Gerald Green is over there, so I can't fight with him too much. So, but the bottom line, but I'll let him explain some of the procedural stuff.
Sure. This body is the only body that can authorize the conveyance of state property. So if we own a piece of property, as we talked about, almost 1 million acres we own, if we're going to convey it fee simple, which means just outright sell it, or if we're going to lease it for 20, 30, 40 years to someone, or what you'll see a lot of is easements. So if Georgia Power runs power lines, natural gas, water, sewer, we have to grant that utility provider an easement to run across state property. Sometimes we'll charge them fair market value because that may serve adjacent properties, but most of the time it serves our property. So like a technical college will build a new building and we'll have power and water and sewer that come to that building. We have to grant them an easement, but we're not gonna make them pay for that because that line is serving our building. So you'll see 2 resolutions come to this body. One is easements. Right now there's 19 or 20 of them in there. And the other one is conveyances. There's only 3 conveyances. We're only selling three parcels this year so far. It usually gets amended through the process. Things get added to it. But those are the 2 resolutions that are annual that come to this body.
When you bring something, do you usually want the answer that meeting, or do we have a couple of meetings, or another meeting?
Will of the chair in the committee, certainly. You know, as efficient as we can be, if we need to do a hearing and explain them and then come back and have a vote, certainly very open to that. We can have one-on-one dialogues. We'll provide what we call a synopsis of it. Usually the bill is 40, 50, 60 pages. And so we'll boil it down to 2 or 3 pages. Very simple.
I like you already.
Very simple synopsis that's easy to digest and address any questions you have individually.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And just for future reference, please, whenever you're speaking to the mic, because a lot of time it's recorded, you see the light up there, we can understand what the dialogue if we're watching on television or something like that. And what would you venture out of that 1 million acres of property that we deal with every year? What kind of money we generate for the state of Georgia, would you guess?
That's a great question. So in the last 2 years, we have deposited $40 million into the Treasury. Not one dime of that comes to my office. We beg and plead for every dollar. But that's from leases and property sales.
All right.
One of our largest leases is we lease the Western and Atlantic Railroad to CSX. That's 137 miles from here to Chattanooga, and we get about $12 million a year for that lease.
Thank
Senator McNeil?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, thank you. Any other senator have a question or comments? If not, thank you for coming and giving us the information.
Yes,
Great
sir.
information, by the way. And Senator McNeil, we really appreciate you bringing your boss right there to lead you around. And she have to say, hey, mama, across the aisle. We really appreciate that. If not, any more business, we stand adjourned. Thank you. God bless. Appreciate it.